What's going on, everybody? I know you guys have seen the XRT out there and everybody's been drooling over it. I don't know if I got lucky and got the special edition, but mine's all black. So I was kind of going for that one to get away from the color. Let me know in the comments if this is a special edition or if it's just the standard run-of-the-mill, same as a production vehicle. And there's a lot of numbers of them, because if this is limited edition, I'm going to keep this body separate and keep it clean because it's a really cool body. Anyway, so this is my kind of overview on in comparison to the X-Maxx, from the X-Maxx to the XRT. I got a chance to drive the XRT yesterday, and this isn't an unboxing, clearly, just because, you know, there's a ton of them out there. I'll try to get some running video up on the channel later on. Just today I've got a bunch of stuff going on. And so anyway, this truck is a beast. I ran it yesterday, or no, I ran it yesterday for a little bit, and it's just awesome. It's the essentially racing version of the X-Maxx. X-Maxx is an awesome truck for jumping and sending it over huge piles of dirt and stuff and through mud puddles. This one here I think is going to do really well on a racetrack. So it'd be really cool to see somebody have enough space to build a track for these, because these would be really fun to race against one another. Overall, the trucks are, I'm sure you guys have seen by now, the trucks are pretty similar to one another. I've been pretty impressed with, I have taken some of this stuff apart. I've gone from the Traxxas radio, which is a really good radio. You can store up to 20 models on these radios for Traxxas. But I use Futaba for all my stuff, and I think as soon as I put my Futaba radio on this truck, the ESC doesn't communicate well, rather, with the Futaba receiver. So I'm getting the blinky mode right now, which that's fine. I've got a Max 5 on its way for it, so I just want to change it out. I like Hobby Wing stuff. I'm a Hobby Wing rep at the hobby shop here. I have been really impressed with, I've driven this and done a little bit of jumping. The body doesn't fly off like the X-Maxx does when you take a weird tumble. So I've been pretty happy with that. And I'm running two 4S 9,000 milliamp, let's see, what are these, 50C 4S batteries with, I'm running these blue plugs, these XT90s, which I think the blue ones have a different name just because they're blue. But I've been running two of those in the truck. They fit in the battery tray really nice. I'll show you guys that. I don't have as exact dimensions on those as of right now, but I can compare them to my X-Maxx. So give me a second and I'll do that. I'd be curious to see, my X-Maxx has been pretty heavily modified, paddle tires. So it doesn't run any of the stock electronics either. I bought this one actually secondhand used. So it's got a Hobby Wing Max 5 or Max 6 in there. I think it's a Max 5. And a giant 5611 motor from Hobby Wing. And then it's running a Protect steering servo and a bunch of other goodies. But battery tray wise, if you guys want to get, I know they're Venom and they're discontinued, but somebody's going to pick up the mantle on these. So if you can still find specs on this battery, and let me know in the comments if you want the exact measurements of these batteries and I'll get them to you. So this battery is pretty much the same size as this battery tray. Yeah, so it's pretty much on point, as you can tell. It fits in there. There's a little bit of slop, but that's just for the wires, whereas in the X-Maxx, yeah, I'm obviously looking to get as much runtime out of it as I can. The X-Maxx, I've got almost 2 inches more room. So we'll say this battery tray in the X-Maxx is about 2 inches bigger than the XRT. And as you can tell, got my ESC already pulled out. Getting ready to swap that over to the Hobby Wing when that comes in. That should be in this week. I have all the programming cards for everything, and I like to be able to program my ESCs. Not to say you can't, because I'm sure Traxxas has a walkthrough on these. I like Hobby Wing better. And it'll be a little bit bigger ESC, so I'm going to hope it fits in there. I didn't check the footprint. I might have to put it in there weird. Might be a problem. This body, I'm wondering if there's going to be an option to take these body mount pieces and put them on an X-Maxx, because if we could do that, that would be really cool. And then you guys could use, and if you're curious, the X-Maxx, or the XRT body fits right on the X-Maxx. How cool is that? I I mean, imagine your X-Maxx out there blasting down the road in this and doing jumps and stuff. So yeah, if we could get the mounts for this chassis to mount an XRT body on an X-Maxx, not only that, it's got the 2 cooling ducts on it. That would be really cool. So I might have to look into buying some extra mounts and seeing if I can get those to work on the X-Maxx chassis. Like I said, this one's not really easy to compare to. This one's been upgraded pretty heavily. Motor, ESC servo, like I said, it's running I think it's running the biggest 1-to-1 gear ratio it can run in it. I don't know what the tooth count is off the top of my head. But with the X-Maxx, for you guys that might be wondering when you first open them, don't worry about your wheel nuts and your wheel nut wrench. That's in one of the bags with one of your pair of tires. The tires on this are really nice. They're pretty tough. They don't balloon real bad. They do a little bit, of course, like you expect, because they're really wide. But I'm wondering if we can get away with running some of and we should be able to get away with running some of the X-Maxx tires, because I know they've got belted tires for the X-Maxx. And as you see, I've got paddles. These are the trenchers, and then I've got another set of, looks like Raptor XLs with different power hobbies. But as far as what the truck comes with, it's pretty basic. I'm assuming to be your 60-mile-an-hour gear set here, which is kind of nice. Sticker sheet, instruction manual, warranty card, and some other information about the truck, which is awesome. But I like that they kept it kind of simple. Everything's right here. But overall, if I was on the fence about this, you guys out there, I know it's a lot of money, and I know you guys will find deals. You got Christmas coming up and Thanksgiving coming up, where companies are going to be, and remember this, companies are going to be throwing pretty cool deals out there for stuff. If you're on the fence about this and you already have this truck, get it. Get it. And this truck, actually, now I'm already debating on, do I want to get another one? Really cool to have a couple of them, because we've got a couple of local skate parks here in Grand Rapids that they're pretty big, so they've got room for big stuff like this. Overall, I feel like the build construction on this truck is same as the X-Maxx. It's top notch. They're a really, really solid chassis setup. It looks like, from what a lot of the other guys have said, it's going to be pretty easy to get parts, pretty cross-compatible, potentially as far as maybe your steering bell crank and stuff. I know someone said, I think it was RC Everyday, said you can flip the bell crank, or the bell crank in the XRT is flipped upside down, so it's the same, just flipped. I have taken the center skid plate off this. If you guys are thinking about it, or get the chance to get one, pick up the 2-piece. What was done to this one already was the previous owner cut the center drive shaft in half, and got a the piece that goes into the diff. He got one of those, put it in the middle, put a bearing around it, and then just dremeled out a little slot. Either he did that or it came like that. It had the option to do that already, but he slid that in there. So now this drive shaft, main drive shaft in the center, is 2 pieces. I would suggest doing that with this truck, because if you're jumping it really hard and it comes down on its nose and that chassis flexes, you're going to waste the center drive shaft. It's nice and lightweight, it's really strong, but it's not meant to take that kind of hit. If you have the opportunity to pick one of these up, I'd say get one. You will not be sorry. They're a really strong truck, and they're 8S capable, and it's just a monster on 8S. Stays nice and flat. I haven't had any problems with doing any real simple. I used to race a little bit, so I've got some of the fundamentals down with the trigger control. So when you're up in the air, throttle brings your rear end down, brake brings your nose down. So I've kind of finagled that to where I've gotten this to land pretty flat every time, and the truck is just a rocket. Now, I have seen guys have been breaking this rear wing mount, which it's kind of just got a big loop in it for like a bumper almost. So like if you bounce it off something, it'll bounce. I would say probably a good idea to do would be to take this piece off. A little RC trick, if you guys don't know this, take it off and soak it in WD-40 for, I think it's WD-40. Soak it or boil it, because boiling it will help soften up this plastic to where it might not break as fast. I'm going to take mine off today and boil it in some just boiling hot water, and then I'll coat. I always coat all my plastics in WD-40. Keeps everything from sticking. Makes it really easy to wash it off when it comes time to clean the truck up. Obviously, I haven't done it with this one yet. This one's just meant to be driven with no mercy. If you're into the hardcore bashing, this truck is where it's at. I mean, this truck is going to shoot across a flat field. It's going to be great at a skate park. And so is this one, of course. But if you've already got one of these guys, or if you're even on the fence about getting an X-Maxx, that's a no-brainer. Watch Kevin Talbot's videos on his channel. He'll tell you these trucks take some pretty hardcore abuse, and the more stock you leave them in most cases, the cheaper it is to fix if it does break, and the less likely they are to break, because as you upgrade them, you just add more power and more weight to these trucks, and they're not meant for it. Out of the box, stock, the trucks are pretty awesome. Other than that, you guys, thank you for watching. If you have any questions on anything, don't hesitate to put them in the comments below. I get back with my people who post comments directly as soon as I can. We get notifications pretty much 24 hours a day. Other than that, get out there and enjoy yourself with some good RCs, be it crawlers, drones, bashers, whatever. Thanks for watching. You guys have a great afternoon. See ya.